All right, here we go. Trying to get my Expos through to the NLDS Game 3 Wildcard at Riverfront Stadium. Enjoy the game.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you the National League Wildcard Series. It's Montreal going up against the Cincinnati Reds. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
This is as good as it gets in a three-game series, Boog. I mean, one game for all the marbles, and who knows how it's going to play out. But one thing I'm sure is we'll see the managers being very proactive. And in a situation like this, where there's no room for error, they're not going to be afraid to use every arm in the bullpen and every warm body off the bench if they have to.
Yeah, there's no saving something for tomorrow in this type of situation. Got to put it all out there on the table. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. Starting on the mound in this one, Jim Merritt.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-1. To third, and it goes just foul. And a ball and 2 strikes. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball. Now at the plate, number 6. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That's inside. And that's a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
That one misses in the dirt. And there's a strike. And he walked him.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
And now, Andre Dawson. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed. Next pitch misses inside, and a count 2-1. That one ripped left field. Foster reaching back towards the wall. Looking up, makes the catch up against the wall. Let's take a look at our lineup. Singy, we're looking at a really young lineup here, so not much experience, but it also means they're going to bring a lot of energy to the table most days.
Well, we're in a golden age of young players. I mean, these players, they're getting up to the majors. They're dominating from a young age. bringing home plenty of hardware early in their careers. I mean, before they even get to free agency. So, you know, when you consider all of that, I love seeing the kind of energy that a team like this brings to the yard every day in and day out.
In the dirt, blocked. Over to first. That's the third out. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Welcome back. And starting this one, number 36. What do you have on him?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Pete Rose to first, and a quick out, number 1. Here's the lineup for the Reds. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. And that's a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
The pitch. And takes low for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. And the throw. He's out at third. Here's a 1-2. Outside. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back. And here's the catcher, Gary Carter. Out towards right center field. Griffey should have this one. Puts it away for the out.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Next to hit, Ellis Valentine. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. No score here in the second. There's a strike.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
That misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that one off the outside edge.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Griffey calls it in, 2 away. Number 3, the next to hit. This one in the air, right field. Griffey on the move to his left. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that will end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Stepping in the long ball threat, George Foster. First pitch, and he just misses. And there's a ball.
Boog, our man Daryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
And there's ball 4.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Stepping in, Tony Perez. First pitch, not close. Yeah, he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable, but it's pretty fair for the most part. The 1-1. Fought off foul. Foster aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. Next for Cincinnati, Ken Griffey. Good contact guy, good defender. That one's in there. Strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Next one misses. Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off that pitch.
The next offering misses. And the count's even at 2. And a pitch. Got him. And there's 2 down.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now it's the Reds DH, Ray Knight. And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and fires. Good eye in that spot. Swings through that one. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's out number 3. Reds leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Top half of the 3rd inning at the plate. Number 49. And he hits a ground ball right side. Morgan slings to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Tim Foley digs in now. That one catches the zone. 0-1. Foley in his 4th year, only 20 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And it's even up.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Top of the 3rd, no score. Got him swinging. 2 up, 2 down.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Scott at the plate for the 2nd time as he takes ball 1. Went down on strikes his first time through. And it's 1-1.
Well, interesting strategy there. You must have seen something after that first pitch. Didn't attempt to bunt, but here on the second one he does.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-1. In the air, center field. Geronimo puts the squeeze on that one, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Back here at the ballpark as we go to the last of the 3rd. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And now it's even up. And a 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2. Ground ball to the right side. He handles it himself, and that quickly 2 away.
A well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Now here is Pete Rose, and that's in there at the knees. In the air, right field. Valentine drifts towards it, brings it in for the 3rd out. Reds down in order, and we are still scoreless. Start of the fourth, and now the first baseman, number 6. That one misses in the dirt. And another ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
Next offering is in for a strike. Just missed.
Well, these guys have had a hard time scoring in this one. The guy out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Swing and a miss. 3-2 now. To the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Oh, the throw is wild. And he'll make it up to second as he advances on the throwing error.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and he might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
Go ahead run on base. And now the center fielder, Andre Dawson. He's 0 for 1. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Way out front for strike 2. The pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Man, it's almost unfair that he can just pull that knuckleball out of his pocket and float it up there in addition to his other pitches. It's unlike anything else he throws, and because he doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. Here comes the 0-1. This one in the air center field. Brings it in. Runner tagging for third. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Exciting play and a great throw to third for the double play, but man, there's just no reason to try to move up to third right there. Not great base running to end the inning.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth. Now it's the second baseman, Joe Morgan. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, these Reds just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. And he held back, according to Ricky Holiday. Goes down looking.
I guarantee he's going to check the tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance because he thought it was ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, it was a close pitch. Definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at-bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
And here is Johnny Bench. In there, and it's 0-1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners, and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
The 0-2. Upstairs. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Foster in the box now. No balls and a strike. He reached on a walk his first time. And now the count is even.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
The next pitch misses. 2-1. And that's downed away. In the air out to center. Dawson has this one sized up. And that is that. Reds go down quietly. Still no score. And welcome back. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the catcher comes up to him. Gary Carter on the ground out to short. Whips it across. One away here in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ellis Valentine now at the plate. 0 for 1 with a flyout. That one misses. 1-0. And a swing and a miss there. Check swing went around. And the count 1-2.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for, because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
In the dirt, the throw to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with, but they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there, and really, they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Singy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. Whips it to first, and the inning is over. Halfway through this one, still no score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. In now for the Reds, Tony Perez. Here's a strike.
Well, these Reds, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Now a check swing, but he held up.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And it gets by him. Next for Cincinnati, Ken Griffey. His first at bat was a strikeout. Runner on the go. And first offering is fouled off. Perez on at first, nobody out. And he pops up the bunt. And out number 1 on the grab. Ray Knight, the next to hit for the Reds. Struck out swinging his first time. That's in for a strike. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to second for 1. And that's 2.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Back here at the ballpark, and now it's going to be number 49. First offering misses the mark.
You know, this group of hitters just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. In there, base hit. And the bid for history is gone. And now the shortstop, Tim Foley. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Puts a bunt down. Tosses to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. So the lineup flips over. Rodney Scott will hit next. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. 1 out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
The 0-2. And now 1-2. Got him! 2 gone now. Number 6, the next to hit. On the ground, right side, and that one handled. Only plays at first on the throw from shallow right. 3rd out, so another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back, bottom of the 6th inning. And now Cesar Geronimo. Slapped foul. The 0-1. That's through there for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And now, number 13. First pitch just misses.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
The other way. Nice grab. Back to the top of the lineup, Pete Rose, the next to hit for the Reds. And they're at the knees. That's strike 1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
The 0-2. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Back there. And it's gone. A shot to left. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Morgan up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. 1 for 2. Bounce to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's now a 1-0 ball game. And welcome back. And here is Andre Dawson. And there's the strike. Swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Tom Hall loosening up for manager David Bell. Bourbon getting cranked up as well. Swings and misses, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And that'll fall for a base hit.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Now the catcher up to hit, Gary Carter. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Lifted in the air, right center field. Geronimo moving under this one. 2 down. And now the right fielder, Ellis Valentine. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Number 3 up next. That's in there. 3 balls and a strike. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
And next is the designated hitter, number 3. The switch hitter batting right. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Gonna count 1 and 2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And a swing and a miss. That ends the frame. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 7th inning stretch time. The Reds lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Reds catcher, Johnny Bench. And a foul ball. Next pitch inside, and the count is 1-1. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. An absolutely majestic shot. And they add a run. It's 2-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to throttle that type of approach.
Now the Reds cleanup hitter, George Foster. There's the strike.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And it's even up. Good eye right there. There's a swing and a drive. That one's back. Gone! They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His second home run of the series, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it, and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
So up next, Tony Perez. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. So they turn things over to one of their young arms, David Palmer.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
And first offering is fouled off. Palmer. He's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. Ball to strike. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first, and one away in the bottom of the seventh.
I think it's the deception in his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
Strike two. Got to be clever too when you don't have that lights out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do. Instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is, stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
Still only one out here in the inning. Hit hard, base hit. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping, he's going for three. Scott, relay to third. Low throw, and he can't dig it out.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
To the batter now, Ray Knight. First pitch, and he just misses. Next offering is in for a strike. Griffey stands at third with one gone in the inning. Now one out to right. Valentine on his way over. Two away now. Cesar Geronimo, the next to hit for the Reds. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Pitch is in there, and that is strike one. Two outs, and one in scoring position. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Oh, can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting. He had two strikes on him, and he hit him.
You know, Boog, you always say how important it is to have a good feel for the game. I say after the game, you step into the box, I'll throw some fastballs at you.
No, actually, I think we're good, Chris. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Mike Marshall. Not many pitchers have it, but he'll break out a screwball from time to time. Now, here is number 13. That misses. Ball one. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. This one in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Corners are occupied with two down. Swing and a miss, and that is that. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now 3-0. This is the National League Wildcard Series on the show. For the top of the 8th, here's the left fielder, number 49. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Digging in, Tim Foley. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
You know, Boog, there always seems to be that oh-no moment for the pitcher when he's lost control of his pitch, and most of the time, it's right when he lets it go. He knows that it's not headed where he intended it to go.
Next to hit, Rodney Scott. And the pitch. Strike 2. First and second here, no outs. And that one moves his feet. And he deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. We'll have some adjustments to make.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Ron Hunt, big spot for him here. And a base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
So digging in, Andre Dawson. First offering, misses the mark.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Number 49. Loosening up for manager David Bell. Paul, the lefty. Right side. Griffey in position. Squeezes it. Runner tagging from third. To the plate. Save. And it's now a 2-run game.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
And here comes David Bell as he's ready to make the change. Go to his bullpen. Jim Merritt gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Pedro Borbon.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So first and second with 2 outs. Down the third baseman, Larry Parrish. That clips his zone. That's strike 1.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. On the ground to third. Rolls across the diamond. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Reds out front, 3-1. Now into the game, number 16. He takes over as the new first baseman. So digging in, Pete Rose. He's already homered in this game. First pitch just misses. Right side, Scott. Throws to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Joe Morgan, the next to hit for the Reds. In there for strike 1.
0-1 for count.
In the dirt. On to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Gets him swinging with that screwball, and it was a good one. You know, the screwball's often compared to a changeup because of the velocity and the arm side movement, but the big difference is what you saw right there. A lot more depth or drop than most changeups, and it caused him to swing right over the top.
Next offering is fouled back. And the righty deals. And strike 2.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Nobody left for Cincinnati as the lead remains 3-1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, number 49.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Now, Gary Carter swings through that. That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch is popped up. And there's 1 down. Ellis Valentine getting ready to hit. Into center. Geronimo under it. And there's 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. Next is the designated hitter, number 3. First offering misses badly for ball 1. On the ground right side. And that'll do it. The Cincinnati Reds are moving on to the National League Division Series. So the Cincinnati Reds get it done here in Game 3 with the backing of their home fans, and they can celebrate for the night as they shift their sights to the Division Series.
Yeah, congrats to them. These 3-game series don't leave a lot of room for error, Boog, and it really could have gone either way coming into this game. I think they fed off of this crowd, and those are the types of things you love to see this time of year.
And the season comes to an end in the other dugout. Not what they were looking for from their October run, so they'll move into the offseason looking to make improvements before next year.
Well, couldn't get the job done, and the Expos fall, and their season's over. Reds will move on. They'll be playing the Pittsburgh Pirates in the divisional series. 1 more rubber game left in my wild card playoff portion. The Red Sox and the Twins will be coming up next. Thanks for joining in, and check out some of my other videos on my channel. Peace.